All right, welcome to this 911 All Hands on Deck show where I'm going to talk about why, after 33 years in business, I am going all in on AI. And you should too, because there has been a drastic shift in the world in the last 90 days. And I found out about it around Thanksgiving of 2022 and didn't really see the signs until I was sitting on a beach in Mexico the day after Christmas 2022, and I saw a video with Jordan Peterson talking about this AI called ChatGPT. And keep in mind, that's the first time I really took it seriously when I heard it from Jordan Peterson, because things come and go. There are fads and there are shifts. This is a shift. An AI has been created that is smarter than every person on earth, that has basically read most or all of the internet, that has created language models that can give you fast and accurate answers to almost any topic. Think about this. It's like having an auditorium full of people that are absolute experts in every single thing on earth, that are sitting there waiting for you to tell them what to do so they can provide you with the fast and accurate information and answers to questions and ideas and debate and counsel. It's beyond incredible, and I am going all in on AI. I'm literally going to take what I've done in my life and I'm going to apply that knowledge and slap AI right on top of it, and I think you should too. This is something you do not want to miss out on, because when I first heard about it, I got curious. I downloaded the app. My fiance was on the beach sitting in the sun. I cannot, because I have fair skin. I'm basically a copywriter. Throughout my life, I've basically written copy, and I've used words to get people to buy things, mostly in financial services throughout my career. I was working on a project for a client at the time, and I asked the AI to write some copy for this client. And it was rather sophisticated, rather niche copy. The AI knocked it out in about 10 seconds. The AI was already a better copywriter than I am. And I've spent about $500,000 in 3 decades learning how to write copy and how to use copy to get people to click on things, to get people to enroll in seminars and webinars and buy products. And I had a very interesting moment there, as I thought, is my days of being a copywriter and charging a premium for my written words over? Am I out of business? And I really thought it was. And I couldn't sleep for 2 days. And then it occurred to me, sitting on the beach, downloading information, not playing with the AI so much, but just thinking about the possibilities. And I thought about revolutions. I said, this is a revolution. This thing's better than I am. It's going to allow me to do something else with myself, to recreate my brand and my identity. And here you are listening to the very first episode where I'm going all in on AI. As you see, I just recreated my entire page, and I'm going all in, because if you follow history, all the revolutions that have gone around. So we had the agricultural revolution 12,000 years ago, when we finally domesticated food. And we domesticated animals, so our days of scavenging and foraging for food for pure survival were over. And now survival was a certainty. People started nurturing and creating food and building farms, and then communities started settling in one place. And the ripple effect of that for industry and opportunity and humanity is undeniable. Fast forward to the Industrial Revolution, where the Industrial Revolution created factories and created products and created inventions and created new thought. And all of that ended up being something incredible. So when you look at all of these different transformations, and maybe even in our lifetime, I'm 55 now almost. So if you were around for the invention of the microchip, what industries benefited from the microchip? Electronics, automotive, aerospace, medical, energy, manufacturing, even the military. Like every single industry benefited from the microchip. You know, Warren Buffett talks about refrigeration. He says, when the refrigerator was invented, the people that made the refrigerator made pretty good money, but the people that used the refrigerator to create companies like These massive, massive brands of like frozen food just killed it. The frozen food industry was created out of the refrigeration movement. So healthcare started refrigerating medicine, and the chemical industry started using refrigeration for experiment. Agriculture can now have their food last longer and can get it all over the world. You can manufacture products in a different way. So every time there's a shift in our world, there's going to be a shift in opportunity. And the reason I'm all in on AI is the AI that I'm going to teach you today isn't that hard to learn. In fact, I can teach you how to use it in about 5 minutes. And you can teach yourself, and you can actually ask the AI to teach you. But what it's going to do for you is it's going to create opportunities for you to utilize and leverage your skills to do something else. AI is going to touch healthcare. AI is going to revolutionize the way we're diagnosed and treated. The speed and accuracy of that is going to be crazy. You could have a doctor living with you 24 hours a day. The banking and financing industry, the trading industry is all going to be impacted by the speed and accuracy of these models, these financial models that the AI can do on the spot that would take analysts days and weeks and years if you could, even if you could afford them, which you can't. It's going to do things for transportation. Self-driving cars is just the start of it. Retail, how you buy things, how we make things, how we teach. Think about what it's going to do to education. The AI is a better teacher than any teacher we could ever hire. What's it going to do to people's ability to learn and absorb things? Granted, there are some concerns in education because it's a little bit about plagiarism and all that. And I don't want to get into that today because I just want to talk about the opportunity in agriculture, in energy, and in construction. There are so many things in AI. So this word wizard, which I created with ChatGPT, keep in mind, I only learned about this product December 26th. But this word wizard is something that I already wrote with ChatGPT because it gives me the opportunity to curate information and language patterns to very quickly produce a product. So this product talks about how to make a product, how to build sales copy, how to create content to bolster your authority, and how to create branding assets for your company. So I wrote this 106-page book in maybe a week. I also used ChatGPT to write a book called The 1 Hour Book, how to write a book in 1 hour with ChatGPT, and I also used it to create this workbook. So you can write a book, a nonfiction or even a fiction book, in under an hour, and it's as good or better than if you could write it in weeks and days. Trust me, I already did it. This book here was written in ChatGPT. I wrote it in 53 minutes. And I actually have a course. I've already built a course on it. So the idea here is that the world is changing, and the opportunities to make the adjustment and figure out how can I use AI to bolster my authority, to improve my offer, to leverage an opportunity. Let me tell you something. AI is not going to put you out of business. A business using AI will put you out of business. AI is not going to replace you, but someone using AI will replace you. So do not get left behind. And right now I want to walk you through a little system that I use to do what I call prompt engineering using ChatGPT. Now I'm going to take you through the art and the science of prompt engineering. It's going to be a real job in the very near future to be able to maneuver and command and extract information out of the AI and do it so that it's not only accurate, but it's artful. So I created this presentation called The Art and Science of Prompt Engineering. And the acronym that I use for this is called CREATE, CREATE. And the C stands for context. The very first thing you need to do when you're working with ChatGPT is you got to give the AI context, clear and concise context of what you want it to do. And secondarily, you need to give it a result that you're requesting of it. Tell it what you want it to produce for you. An example would be, I want you to act as a ghostwriter who specializes in writing fitness nonfiction books, and write me an outline for a fitness nonfiction book using the ketogenic diet system and intermittent fasting and high intensity training. The AI will go to all three of those disciplines and modalities, organize it, and put it into a outline for you, by the way, which is one of the very first things you need to do when you design the book, you need to outline it. There's things you need to do beforehand, but that's just a quick example. You need to explain it. You need to explain it in more detail like I did. I didn't just say write an outline for a book. I gave it all the details of what I wanted out of the book. I wanted it to be a book about keto, about high-intensity training, about intermittent fasting. I wanted to combine these three modalities to make a book and a big idea. I got to tell the AI what audience it's for. This is for people over 50. They're looking to lose weight and are busy travelers, right? For instance, that's just an example of what I would give it. So if you're going through this process and you're creating a prompt, and in this course, I'm going to give you the prompts literally that you need. All you have to do is adjust them for your market. But I want you to learn how to use this AI for other things as well, and to also edit the book. You want to give it tone. Is this book humorous? Is this book instructional? Is this book dramatic? Is this book persuasive? Is there excitement in the copy, in the tonality? You need to give it tone, and then you need to do the final thing, which is I call expand, edit, and elaborate. Sometimes the AI is not going to give you exactly what you want. You can literally continue to ask it 150 times until you get the result you're looking for. Let me give you a couple examples. Here's clear and concise prompts. I want you to act as an expert, right? Act as a financial advisor. Act as a travel guide for a specific city. So you can command it to do that. Pretend you are. You can say, pretend you are a renowned scientist. Pretend you are a best-selling author. Let's play a game where you are a detective solving a crime. So you can give it different roles, or assume you are a character in a fantasy world. So these are all context you can give your prompt to give the AI to give it context. I don't know if you're writing a fiction book or a nonfiction book. Most of my clients write nonfiction books, but this thing does really good fiction. If you're writing fiction, you can have it be a role player in a fantasy world and write a sci-fi book. You can have it be a crime book and have it create a crime and create a way that the crime is solved, and have a cool book written about that. You can combine stories in your nonfiction book, and the AI will help you be able to do that. But you got to give it context. All right, so here's a couple. I want you to act as a ghostwriter. I will give you the outline for a book that I'm trying to write. You will create a outline for it. That's a quick example. So this is the three-step prompt. I want you to act as a ghostwriter. I will give you information about my book. You will create an outline and help me write the book. And then you put your request in, and the AI does it. So here's it. You can have it act as a doctor, a lawyer, a financial advisor, a scientist, a teacher, a chef, a mechanic, an engineer, a journalist, a designer, a marketer, a historian, a psychologist, sociologist, physicist, chemist, mathematician, biologist, statistician, geologist. So think about that. I don't know if I hit one of the things that your book is about, but that is a cool thing. Pretend you're Warren Buffett or Elon Musk or Bill Gates, Zuckerberg, Winfrey, Jobs, Einstein, Hawking, Gandhi, Luther King, Nelson Mandela. So these are all examples of people you can pretend the AI is. If you want Warren Buffett's advice, you can ask the AI to pretend you're Warren Buffett and give me critical thinking about my investment portfolio. It will literally take on the character of Warren Buffett from what it's read and knows about Warren Buffett and what he's written, and critically converse with you about your idea. So let's play a game. Strategic planning, market analysis, budgeting, investment simulation, project management, risk assessment, customer service, management, product development, scenario planning, forecasting, process optimization, inventory, financial modeling, data analysis, decision-making, competitive analysis, and market strategy. You can have it play the game with you if that's something you need for your book. Assume you are a CEO, CFO, a CTO, a CMO, a COO, human resources, sales manager, marketing, project manager, supply chain, IT, operations, business development, financial analyst, data analyst, engineer, lawyer, consultant, project, public relations manager. I don't know what you're writing your book about, but you may have the AI take on some of these roles to give you important information, either to research your book or to collect data, or just to have the voice of this professional delivering the content so it's written correctly. So here's the result. Clearly communicate the desired result, and this can include the type of text you want generated, the tone, and any specific requirements of the output. Here's an example. Write a 5,000 length nonfiction book on weight loss. Create a 10,000 business article on cryptocurrency. Compose a 500-word personal blog post about overcoming fear. These are just 3 examples. Generate 10 headlines for fashion website. Design a product description for a new brand or an eco-friendly laundry detergent. Outline a 5,000-word mystery novel about detecting and solving murderers. So you're giving it specific results that you want it to do. And when you're doing the book, you're going to say, write me an outline, write me an introduction, include a story, write me a chapter, expand on the chapter, elaborate on the chapter, include subchapter, include plots, include protagonists, include villains, include setbacks. These are all examples. I'll just give you a few more here. Create 5 pages of content for a viral website. Some of this doesn't apply to a book, but I'm teaching you just so you have the context that this thing can be used for literally anything that you have in your mind, and ultimately explain. So just explain what you're looking for in greater detail. So if you're looking for an outline, you might want to give it a little explanation of what the book's about. Who's it for, right? And then ultimately give ChatGPT to clearly define the audience. Who's this for? Create a marketing brochure for senior citizens on the features and benefits of a new home security system. Pretty good, right? And T, what tone are you using? Write a persuasive email with a friendly and approachable tone to convince a customer to switch products. There's a lot of tones out there: professional, casual, persuasive, sarcastic, inspirational, confident, assertive, calm, credible, trustworthy. So these are all examples of tones that you could use in your book: romantic, suspenseful, thought-provoking, deep, empathetic, witty, clever, concise, philosophical. And then the end is you're going to get a result from the ChatGPT, and then you want to expand, elaborate, and add it. This is really simple. You can tell the AI that you want it different, you want it more, you want this included, you want this added, you want this deleted, you want this modified, and you can literally talk to it as if it's sitting in the room. I recommend having talk to text. Expand on the main idea in this paragraph. Elaborate on the character's motivations in the story. Edit this document for grammar and punctuation. Add more details about this outline. Expand on the key points. Elaborate the research findings. Include this code. Add, expand, elaborate, edit, delete, expand, elaborate, edit, add, expand. Right? These are all ways you can ask the AI to create different output for you.